So we're already a few chapters into Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, and there's a bunch of questions that need to be answered once this fight wraps up, because there's a lot of information that we got in these last 3 chapters, but not too much information, as it's just been vague statements, and we've just been getting appearances, such as Kaoki's master Dojutsu, like what happened within Konoha once Boruto escaped. This question also connects to another question, which is what happened to Amato, because Amato is literally one of the most important factors in this series, and we know he has to check on Kaoki, as Kaoki was literally made out of Tech. Recently, I came up with a new theory about Amato possibly being out of the village searching for Boruto, as there's been no sign of Amato being in the village at all, and if Amato was in the village at the same time Code was attacking Konoha, he'd definitely be freaking out right now. So it's either 3 possibilities for Amato not being seen right now. Now first up, we have option A. Now option A is the fact that he went after Boruto. Well, it's not a fact, but you guys get the point. Now the reason why I think he went after Boruto is due to Amato thinking that Boruto is Kaoki. Now omnipotence did affect everybody that wasn't Otsutsuki except for Sarada and Sumire, and we know that Amato has a crazy obsession on reviving his daughter, as he literally killed thousands of kids just to help Jigen to revive his daughter. So I believe upon hearing the whole news that Boruto allegedly killed Naruto, and when Boruto left the village, I do think Amato went after him. And we also know that Ada's ability suppresses people's thoughts, so even if he would have seen that Kaoki at Tech, it still wouldn't have mattered, as he still would think that Boruto is the one with Ishiki's karma. So one possibility in the air is that Amato went searching, as we know he will literally do anything just to revive his daughter, because if this theory is true, Amato might just end up reviving Momoshiki instead, but that's another video for another day. Now the next theory I got is that Amato was kicked out of Konoha, because before all this even went down, Shikamaru was already on Amato's neck for giving Kaoki his karma back, and we know that Shikamaru never really trusted Kaoki or Amato, because if you guys don't remember, he literally put a bomb over Shikadai's neck, and it was mainly Naruto's idea to bring Amato into Konoha. So it's possible that Shikamaru was on some, yo, you're the reason why Kaoki got his karma back, and that's the reason why Naruto is dead, get out, and just straight up kicking Amato old ass to the curb. We know that Shikamaru isn't as nice as Naruto is, and I think that's very within Shikamaru's character to just exile Amato out of Konoha. But out of all the theories I got, this is the least likely I think would happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if we got a chapter and we see Shikamaru kicking Amato out of Konoha. Now the last theory is that Amato got killed off. Now the reason I say this is because now this involves Kaoki. Kaoki wants to make sure his identity stays the same and stays intact, and we know that Amato is literally known to play games, so I think there's a high possibility that Amato knows what's going on with the omnipotence, and he possibly tried to blackmail Kaoki in order to make sure that his daughter gets revived, and obviously Kaoki isn't going for that. If Kaoki wants to keep the truth a secret, I doubt he would want Amato possibly leaking it one day, because at least with Sarada and Sumire, he could just play it off as they're just crazy. But with Amato, all of the higher ups in the village would most rather believe Amato than just Sarada and Sumire. Amato's word has way more weight than Sarada and Sumire's, and Kaoki really can't risk the higher ups learning about what happened. But I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see for the upcoming chapters, because it's still very weird how Amato hasn't been shown yet, and Amato was literally one of the main factors for Boruto Naruto Next Generations, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. Now the next question is, how did Boruto get access to the toad? Now there's a few answers onto how Boruto got the toad. Now one answer is somehow Boruto ran into Kashi and Koji, as there is currently nobody in the Naruto verse other than Kashi and Koji that uses toad. Yeah, you have Konohamaru, but Konohamaru right now hates Boruto, so yeah, nah, that's out the picture. And Konohamaru is literally a dweeb, he doesn't count in my opinion, and it would make sense for Kashi and Koji to train Boruto, as it will literally parallel Jiraiya and Naruto, as Kashi and Koji is the clone of Jiraiya. Boruto is the biological son of Naruto. So yeah, it's one of those things that just go generation by generation. And Jiraiya even trained Minato as well, but some things tell me that Boruto isn't the one that summoned these toads, even though I wouldn't be surprised if he did. But my other answer is the fact that Kashi and Koji is the toad, as the toad that was on Boruto's shoulder was the only toad that was talking, and it seemed like the toads were communicating with each other instead of communicating with Boruto. So in all honesty, the toad on Boruto's neck could be Kashi and Koji, and we haven't seen Kashi and Koji in a minute, so it'd be great if that's actually Kashi and Koji as the toad. But this question also leads up to another suspected question that we all want to know the answer to, and that is what happened to Sasuke, because as we all know, Boruto and Sasuke did escape Konoha together, and as we all know, Sasuke is literally Boruto's master, and there's no way Boruto had 2 trainers at the same time during the time skip. Now the only way I could think of Sasuke dying is when Boruto and Code had that fight a year after Boruto left Konoha, and we know that Boruto ran away from Code, and the way Code is, I don't think he would just let Boruto get away, which brings me to my next point on why I think Code delivered the final blow to Sasuke. Now we know Code also has a hit list for everyone that was involved with Ishiki's death, which that list obviously included Sasuke. Now since we know Boruto and Code had a fight a year after he left Konoha, I definitely think Code put Boruto and Sasuke in a tough predicament, and Sasuke, being the person he is, sacrificed himself for Boruto, which would explain why Boruto is still alive 3 years after escaping Konoha, especially after escaping Code, who got his limiters removed, as people are also forgetting that Boruto at just 13 years old fought Code without limiters, and it seems like Code got that scar during that fight, but we'll just have to wait and see. Now, the only other way I can see how Sasuke died is because of Momoshiki, but me personally, I don't like the idea of Momoshiki being the one to kill Sasuke, as I don't think it'd be a meaningful death for Sasuke. That's why I like the Code theory a lot better, but then again, like I said before, we'll just have to wait and see, as we're only 3 chapters in. These are just the biggest questions that need to be answered going forward. Hopefully we get an arc explaining all of this, as it looks like Boruto had a bunch of development over the time skip. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. What are y'all's biggest questions for the Boruto time skip, and what are you guys expecting out of it? But yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and also follow my Twitter link in the description, and I'm out.